Good morning, homies. It is that fun time of year. It's fall, dude. The leaves are changing. The temperatures are dropping. It's going to be really chilly this morning. Sun's going to come out. It's going to warm up by this afternoon. But what's really cool is it pods these fish up, and it leads to some of the best topwater action, some of the best schooling action, just grouping fish up action of the year. It's foggy out there, boy. So the water temp, that basically means the air temp is colder than the water temp, so that water temp's going to gradually fall, and that's what we're looking for. Here we go, my homies. Absolutely gorgeous. Welcome to fall, one of the best seasons of the year. We can do this. So what do we got rigged up this morning? Got a wide range. We're dealing with spots and largemouth. So we got a Ned, a drop shot, a Nico rig. This guy has a little Demiki rig. I got a rig for a small Kitech, a rig, standard fall kind of deal, underspin, spinnerbait. Got this cool new topwater from Thunderhawk. Forget what it's called, but it's like a spook, kind of made love to a fluke. And then a sweet bait swim bait. What's really cool with fall is with the air temp cooling, the water tends to get sort of misty fog on it. And we're out here semi-early, not super early, but it actually creates kind of like a cloudy situation even though the sun's up. So we're gonna start off with some topwater because it's fun, right? And see if we can't get a couple topwater bites, and then we're gonna idle around and look at some of these points, look at some of these structures, and look for bait all potted up because the fish are gonna be along with that. Do you see that out there? The shad and little spotted bass like dimpling on the surface. That's a really good sign. What's kind of cool too is sometimes these plain banks like this, even though they look pretty plain, see all the rock on them? They actually have structure that comes out, and then there's a lot of trees. You see like that tree fall? Well, there's a bunch of that stuff underwater as well. So you throw bait over the top and those fish will come up from some of that structure when they're active and actually crush your bait. Hit on the fall. Might be a little better spot. Get it. Largemouth? Largemouth. Hey! On the old spot remover. Got you. That's a better one. And she's up. That's a big largemouth, dude. On the power bait. Big old largemouth. I don't think he was in the mood. Barely hooked too, just skin hooked. Look out, bulk. Nice 3-pounder. That's a good one. That's a big old spot. Barely hooked too. On the old dropped or shotter. Dropped or shotter is a kind of a sneaky finesse thing you can do this time of year. It's almost like smallmouth drop shotting. That's a big one. Look out, buck. That's a giant. Is it a largemouth or a spot? That's a big old largemouth. Come here. 8-pound test, buddy. 8-pound test. There's like another 4 of them down there too. I can get this one back. There's a bunch of people around. It's a 3-pounder, dude. Nice job. Oh dear. That's a giant smallmouth. Giant smallmouth. Oh, take it easy. Golly. we saw these fish right next to a brush pile, and I'm like, dude, this don't look like crappie. This look like bass fishes. Oh my God, that's a freaking 4.5 pound smallmouth. About that, dude. Fuck, we gotta let him go. We got him hooked on the tongue. That was awesome, just on the drop shot. Oh, pinky worm, baby. So what have I been looking for? You know, I started off just on shallow stuff, shallow points and that, but we've kind of turned to, you see how the bank's like all red up in there? There's something key in fall to like clay banks, like shallow clay banks that taper off the flatter points. And that's where we've been looking. And we're not so much looking for fish as we are bait. You know, if there's bait stacked up, the fish are around, and especially we're dealing with a lot of spotted bass, there's largemouth mixed in. I can use that active target to scan around and see the fish kind of in the bait, moving around, and then I can see little brush piles, little sticks, things that'll kind of keep them in a certain place. But that's really what I'm looking at, those flatter areas where they can crowd up that bait, get it all gathered together and chase it down and eat, because that's really their goal. All that bait's together and all they want to do is eat it.